All hail the admin.
Switch that immediately.
I can.
Absolutely not. You come through me, buddy. You see this face, Chrissy?
I
see
will
it.
say,
I'm pumping your brakes, pal.
Hey guys, this is Chris. Welcome to the Contractor Toolbox 101 starting video with special guest Will Hines. Will's going to take us through the Contractor Toolbox program. He's going to take it from where we stopped in the last video, where we have the customer information input. We have our customer that has a property that has a building that has a roof, and then we start our active survey. So here's Will. He's going to get started, get that survey started, and take us all the way from inputting the deficiencies into the output of getting a report out to the customer. Hope you enjoy.
so primarily, are we going to be estimating service, or are you looking at setting up people to estimate re-roof?
Let's go service.
Okay. So I'm going to do like a service on a high-rise building. I'm going to call it test for now. That would be like this again, would be probably like the address of the building would be what I would name it. And I'm going to say that the roof system type, let's just go with EPDM. So I'm going to set that. I'm going to call this section 1. I'm going to add my info. Just make it easy and say it's a steel deck. Has drains, roof access, roof hatch. And I'll say it's C. Okay. So I start to get like my basic info in here. And then I'm going to go into the drawing and set my aerial image. Okay. So I just made a TPO roof to kind of, then I can use the TPO deficiencies because they're going to be locked behind that specific service. So I'm going to start out tracing out the roof. This is a building actually by me, and it very well might be TPO. And these are your drawing tools that you're using. So the select is super useful if you need to, if you want to adjust anything, you can move these around to kind of tweak the drawing after you've already entered it. But the area, it's a click on the corner, let go, click, let go, click, let go. It's a muscle memory you'll get used to with drawing this out. Similar to the edge, estimated edge, if you've ever used that. The shift currently acts as a toggle to lock on the previous points. So you'll see like I get that little box that shows up when I get near a corner. That allows me to lock onto that point and then click on it. Control is kind of just a snap to 90, right? So this allows you to just keep a straight line going across the screen. And then your backspace is how you can back up on a line. And then once you're done with the shape, you hit enter.
So real quick to restate it, you pull the aerial image, you upload the aerial image, and then you draw using this tool based off of the aerial image that you pulled, and then you use the roof drawing tool, which is in the drawing section of the survey, and then you draw out the roof, hit go, and then you have a picture.
Yeah, correct.
And then,
I'll say if you're...
And then one final question. Is drawing the roof necessary, or can it be skipped?
I would absolutely draw it out. It's very helpful for showing customers. We really like that aspect of it in our company. Do you absolutely have to? No. It doesn't need to be in your proposal. You can exclude it. Again, kind of depends on what you want to do and put together. I recommend tracing it out. We also use this program as our handoff to production. So I make the sales guys, if they estimate a service, map out where stuff is. And then we provide that as a work order to our service department with photos, location, makes their job a heck of a lot more efficient and easier for them to find stuff.
And I noticed that the
map...
line item you used was patching topside repair for the TPO patch.
Yep, correct. So that's going to be basically your top side repairs. And then that's also going to be like your corner flashing. So units are super popular, right? The corner flashings always like to go bad. Um, that's what you're going to utilize for that as well. Basically, what it's calculating is a 6 by 6 inch patch.
Is that what is labeled in the repair manual?
Correct. Yep.
So the TPO 001, that is the code for the repair manual.
Patching top side repair. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So you want to get to 2,500, right? Do you guys do anything with like drive time or setup time or anything like that?
Yes. Port to port to port.
Port to port.
Port to port to port.
So what I do in our company and what I'm training the sales guys do is basically this is calculating man hours as a general condition. This would get split between any deficiency you have in here, so it doesn't really show up. I can show you what it looks like. Basically, it shows up like this, right? But currently, I don't have any other deficiencies, so it gives it the full amount. So that's one way that like I add drive time, I add setup time, because these aren't really accounting for, this is like accounting for the labor to do the repair, not to get the guys on the roof, not to get them to the building, not to talk to the customer. You know what I mean? That's just something that you might want to add hours for and consider when you're building out your database. The way to get this to 2,500, I guess, you could just go in here and change this to that 2,500, right? So that's going to be under markups. And then you just hit OK. And that's going to adjust your margin. I mean, it's going to go way up here, but yeah, so you're at like this will tell you what your gross profit percentage is, right? So you're just about 2,500 bucks. Then you can put together like your proposal with this. I would say if you want a good proposal, you're going to want to map out the drawing, put photos in of them if you have them, and then you can go into your proposal from there. So there is some, this is why I say about a half hour, because once you're super efficient at it, it's not a bad process. But when you're first getting into it, it's going to be longer than that. Looks like you guys kind of have a set here. Okay, we'll just see. Again, I don't have a lot of photos or anything in here of this because it's just like it's a test one, so this is going to look kind of blank. But essentially, you know, you're going to have a cover photo that you can enter in here. You'll have this map out. This is your composite roof drawing. This is your roof drawing. And then you'll have like your deficiency, right? And you have these predetermined problem solution consequences. And then you have a price right here. And then you have your total surveys page, right? You can attach your signature page to this and then send this to the customer. This is essentially what I do. Obviously, again, you would have photos and stuff to make this maybe look a little bit better, but you could go really basics and have just this by tweaking things on and off.
And then
Attention. At the end of the survey, it's going to give you an option if you want to submit this survey and mark it as completed. When you get to this step, hit no. The reason why is the use case for submitting surveys is not available to what we're doing, so you're going to hit no and move to the next step.
As head admin, I'm really trying to zoom out here and really think of all spectrums of situations we can have. So